Good morning, friends. Guess what day it is? It's hump day. Happy Wednesday. Well, today we are on NTI day 11 and we are going to be talking about fractions. You all like fractions. Fractions are our friend. Well, today we are going to begin with just all of the stuff that we already covered on fractions. So we know that fractions are made up of two parts. We have the bottom of our fraction, which is the denominator. And the denominator is how many parts there are in all. Then we have the top, that is the numerator. And the numerator answers the question. Remember, da denominator, da down, na numerator, na north. Good. That's how we remember the direction of our fractions. So, if I had a Hershey bar, you know I love Hershey bars. If I have a Hershey bar, and the Hershey bar is made up of 8 parts, and I eat 5 of them. Okay, so I eat 5 of the parts, then I have eaten 5. And then how many were there in all? There were 8 in all. So I have eaten 5/8 of the Hershey bar. Now, if the question asks how much Hershey bar is left, then it would still be 8, but this time my numerator would be 3. Okay, another part of fractions that we reviewed was our fractional number lines. And remember, I'm going to assign you the vocabulary video on this also. But remember, your denominator is the spaces, and your numerator are the lines. So, if I have this number line, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to count the spaces. I always know this is 0, so I don't have to count before the 0. So I have 1, 2, 3 spaces. So my denominator is 3. Now I can go through and label my lines. 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. And we know that when our numerator and our denominator are the same, that is equivalent to 1 whole. Good job. So, if I had a dot right here, and my question said, what is the fraction of the dot on the number line? Well, the fraction of the dot on the number line is 1/3. And the last thing on your review today is fractional parts of a whole. And this is where, remember, we only use unit fractions in 3rd grade. And a unit fraction is when my numerator is 1 and it does not matter what my denominator is. Okay? These are all unit fractions. So, if I said that I have 12 bottles of water, and I give Brian 1/3 of them to take to the barn. What I do is I take my denominator and I divide it. I take my number. I apologize. I take my number and I need to work this backwards. I take my number and divide it by my denominator. So 12 divided by 3 equals 4. Good job. And I can see that if I make rows of 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have it broken into thirds. And I say, okay, if I take out 1 out of 3 parts, that gives me 4. Let's try one more of those. If I say that I have 64 jelly beans, and I put 1/8 of those jelly beans in a bag. 64 divided by 8. 64 divided by 8 equals 8. 8 jelly beans would be in the bag. Okay, guys, today I want you to try the Google form on your own. It will only be a review of finding the fraction of the pictures. My camera's sliding. It will be a review of fractions on number lines and the fractional part of a whole. So the only things that you need to remember today are that your denominator's on bottom. It is how many that there are in all. Your numerator's on top, and it simply answers the question. We have our number lines. Remember, your denominator is the spaces. Your numerator are the lines. And you always start with 0. And then the last thing that we remember is a fractional part of a whole. Of your whole number, you take the denominator and you are going to divide. Always your big number first. Whole number divided by denominator. And that'll do it today, guys. If you need me for anything, please feel free to message, text, or call. I hope to see everybody on our hangout tonight. Miss Wade and I are going to be posting the details of that, at the exact code that you'll use, and what the exact, we're going to do it at 7 o'clock for sure. And all you'll have to do is log into your Google. I posted that in Dojo and on our Facebook page. If you have any questions, just call us. We'll help you get right in. You can do that on a computer and also on a phone or a tablet if you have that. You'll just need to download the Google Meet, the Hangouts Meet. Make sure it's the one, MEET. I can't wait to see your faces tonight. Please go in and check your Google Classroom. I went each day and told if you'd completed everything and gave you your grade, it's a 100 to do your work. It's all or nothing. So don't stress about if you had a few days that was rough. It's okay. I'll let you know if you still owe me already. On day 10, I did a summary of the last 6 days that we did online. If you need me for anything, please call or message me today. I love you all so much and I miss you. And if you get a chance, I hope you've got to watch our video from the whole staff at McKee that we sent for you all. All right, guys. Happy Wednesday. Bye. I love you and miss you so much. Bye.